Use brother instead. Brother. Brr. Brr. Brother. Listen here, brother. Listen here. I don't know how to do it. I think I need this one. I might need to sleep on a little bit. Brother. I'm really good at not rolling my R's. Like, I'm a great enunciator. Water. 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 Let me through. Thank you. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Anything to get us through this, this boss run, dude. Okay, take a deep breath. Just go. Walder. And then, okay, here we go. We're switching gears. We're focusing on the Seath fight. Here we go. Here we go. You're doing beams? He's doing beams. 2 hits, and you break the hits, you walk away. My man spins around. He's probably gonna get stuck akimbo, like Daniel Radcliffe. Then, you're gonna use beams as beams. This is a 1-hit. And then run to safety. It's alright. What's harder, this or Ice Climber? Well, this, like, by far. Who won Ice Climber, by the way? I can't believe Malf and Dan are actually good at retro games. Why are they always so bad on the NLSS? It shocked me to the core when I found out Malf has been practicing off camera before he does the Golden Goblet runs. Y'all crack Dota, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. I mean, you're not allowed to practice. I just kind of thought none of us were because... I mean, Dan won't just because he already wants the videos to be as short as possible. And I would prefer not to, because I'd like them to take as little overhead work as possible. I filled my pocket with souls because I thought I would have enough to get a level, as if that would make the difference, but it did not, obviously. Let me through. But that's okay. I need 5,000 more. He's just learning the controls. I said this on his stream. There's 2 buttons on the NES controller. What kind of controls are you learning? Oh, let me stop you. One of them's jump. The one that is not jump is attack. There you go. You've learned the controls. This cat's trying to break into my room again. Ruka! What is it, man? Deploy a second tactical wet food? I would never. 2 wet food in a day? Not acceptable. I mean, it's only been like 4 hours since the last one. I don't believe he's hungry. He might be bored. Ruka. Yeah, do we have any resin? I would use some resin here. We have no resin. Are you gonna play Animal Crossing when it comes out? I probably will not do any solo content of Animal Crossing, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kate and I play it on her Thursday stuff. That's my guess. Ruka. Ruka. You know what? Let's have a little cap break here. Let's have a little cap break. Welcome. What is it, buddy? Welcome back. Hello. Hello, my son. Oh. Where you going, buddy? Oh, Ruka. What, is Tomo stinking up Kate's office? Water. Okay, okay. There you go. Into the box. Okay. Okay. My son, you don't need to walk right in front of the everything. You're gonna sit on the keyboard, huh? That's your plan? Oh, my boy. Okay. Here we go. Do you think Ruka knows about his internet fame? Yes, absolutely. He has a very big head about it. He's a huge prima donna. Hey, now here's a question. NL, how many types of oil do you have in your kitchen? It came up because the nutmeg clip came back. People were very, they took offense to what I said about cooking oils. I stand by it. I think if you are an amateur chef, you need one cooking oil. The entire time I was in college learning how to cook, I only ever used one cooking oil. You don't need sesame oil. You need sesame oil for some recipes, admittedly. You don't need a high temp and a low temp if you're a truly beginner chef. You just need an oil. You're saying an amateur chef needs 4 oils? The man had not cooked a meal in his whole life. The oil to meal ratio is 4-to-1. That's just insanity. I think you need 2. I don't think you need 2. I think if you're gonna make some Asian dishes, you would probably want to get sesame oil. However, if you're not making Asian dishes, excuse me, sir, you can get away with 1 of olive, vegetable, canola, etc., etc. That's okay, we needed to resync anyway. You can get away with just butter, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go fill my deep fryer with olive oil. Are you Apollo? Because that's who we're talking about. I'm not talking about you, man who owns a deep fryer in his kitchen and is thus probably not someone who has never cooked before. Hey, I'm cooking for the first time. I want to make spaghetti. What should I do? Well, first you got to get a stand mixer, and then you got to get the pasta maker attachment for it. He can get by with only 1 oil. The nutmeg stuff, sure. If he wanted to cook meals with nutmeg, he shouldn't have been shamed for buying the nutmeg. The oil stuff drew my ire. Of course, I own more than 1 oil. We got canola, we got olive oil, we got sesame oil. In fact, I have Norwegian cod liver oil in my fridge. You probably wouldn't want to use it for cooking, though. But in terms of, like, if someone was cooking for the very first time, and they were like, how many oils do I need? I'm like, you need 1 oil. Don't overthink it. I mean, you could just use cooking spray if you wanted to. It's, you know, I wouldn't recommend it for flavor purposes. But if you're making, you know, if you're frying up eggs or something, sure. Okay, I'm about to fill up my deep fryer with Pam. All I'm saying, when Mouth says it, I give him a pass, but there's extreme Mouth energy right here. He does not need an oil with a high smoke point and an oil with a low smoke point. He does not need a finishing oil or a single origin first press balsamic vinegar from Florence. He just needs an oil suitable for both cooking and baking. Hello, Ruka. Getting down into the feet, huh? Okay. Not down Main Street. I don't think we're living through attack 2. I think we gotta learn how to dodge tail swipes while running backwards. There's some greed there, I'll admit. Beams, please. That looks like beams to me. I hope it's beams. Now run. This freaking... Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of the cords! Get out of the cords! What are you doing down there? Why do you want to go in the most dangerous place? I think we're gonna get it. It is amazing that this cathedral roof can support the weight of such a large creature. Anyway, I didn't watch the clip because I lived the clip. I've already seen all of my clips at least once before. But it seems like the consensus was we went a little hard on the nutmeg stuff. In our defense, it is hilarious to buy nutmeg, one of the least used spices and seasonings in cooking. Well, not in baking, but in cooking. At a, you know, for your very first recipe. I think I bought nutmeg like once in my life. I probably cooked like, I don't know, like 3,000 meals. So it was just surprising. It's like going shopping for the first time and being like, check it out, I bought garam masala. I'd be like, really? You bought garam masala. I lived. Dude, I hate the tail strike. What am I guess I could go around on the other. I could go around left instead of going around right. I don't think it's gonna help though. I actually just got trapped in his ass. I got trapped inside of his anus. That's a new one. If you destroy the tail once, it'll be gone forever. Okay, boys, we got a new strat. Ruka. Hello, my son. I am going to stream until 8 p.m. That is roughly half an hour from now. What's the success rate for this strat? Can I ask you a follow-up question? What's your idea? We're all ears. Very eager to see the ingenious idea you've come up with that none of us have thought of. My idea is you go anywhere else. Okay, but specifically where? Where should we go to progress the game? I should go to dinner. You're right about that. Run. Okay. Smack that frickin' tail, dude. 150 souls? Here, I got a new strat. What if we... I don't know, this... It's a little weird. What I'm doing right now, I don't know what I'm doing right now. It looks a little bit like hitting his tail, and then hopefully it will never come back, as mentioned. No. I'm just rolling in place! I was just rolling non-stop. One of these days, baby. One of these days. Like, the reason I'm doing this... I noticed in your comment you said assuming you find a purging stone, which I'm not even going to touch upon the innate humor there. However, Doesn't Oswald of Kareem sell purging stones? He's at least a he sells something. In non-rando. Well, maybe he'll do it in rando too. Could you use a shield to survive the tail strike? You know, I don't exactly know how the damage maps in something like this. If we get like hit from above, but we're holding a shield. There's been worse ideas. It's not like it's gonna, we're already mid-rolling, right? So we might as well try something here. You'll absolutely still die, but give it a shot. That's fair enough. So I don't know if this new strat is key. But in theory, like, that's working. We can kind of, like, repeatably just spin this dude right around like a record, baby. Not bugged. I was so excited. Let me under. Well, I had the shield up. It did not, Corey's resubscribed and said, "Is this where I cancel?" If you do, let me know, brother. You can save both of us $5 a month. Shield too small, so if my poise flies off, I'm toast. If I haven't unsubscribed by this point, I'm not gonna unsubscribe in 2020 because I've already done my taxes and gone through all of my receipts and been like, what the hell? $5 a month for this guy? That's what finally got me to unsubscribe from Pluralsight. Ruka. It's... Could you just be in the box? Why do you want to be in the... Why do you want to be in the shins? Why do you want to be in the shin region? I don't understand. Okay. Beams. Beams is a one-hit runaway. Get him circling. No. I just reviewed all my subscriptions, canceled like $50 a month for random junk, and you made the cut. That's awesome, dude. I love to hear it. That's why I see that on Twitter all the time. Sometimes people tweet me and say, hey, if you're seeing this, you know, you made the cut. Oh, no, that was on Facebook. No, now I know. Now I remember. My son, what's your problem? Get over here. Get over here. Okay, Ruka, come here. Ruka, oh my God, come here. What is it? This boy, he's crazy. What is your thing? What's wrong? I don't understand. It's cute, but I'm also like, what is it, man? Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Ruka. He's gripping. Oh my god. I mean, I can't hold you and also play the game. What are you looking at, buddy? Ay, 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 ay. Don't grip the collar of the shirt too much. You're going to show off my chest hair. Whoop. Okay. If you want to sit on the edge of the chair. Oh, now he's gone. Now he doesn't want to be here anymore. Parrying Gwyn is easier than dealing with Seath. Now, while I agree, it's just like it's a project development thing, right? Like we have to beat Seath. Trust me when I say, do I think it's easier to beat Gwyn? It's probably easier to beat Gwyn. However, Gwyn doesn't open anything for us, necessarily. It might drop something, but, you know, the odds are... Like, opening up this Seath fight opens up a staggering amount of stuff. So it kind of has to be done. It's like saying, you know, hey, instead of writing, you know, your organic chemistry final, you should take a pop quiz. I'm like, yeah, well, if I don't take the final, you know, I'm not going to pass the class. Pop quiz is easier for sure, but... Got him. The staircase. NL, who's gonna win Super Tuesday? The fans at home... No, wait. Super Tuesday is not Super Bowl Sunday. It's a politics thing. Dude, I remember very vividly last Super Tuesday. I believe we were in Japan and Stardew Valley came out, and I was pissed. Because Stardew Valley came out of nowhere, and everybody was like, this game's amazing. And I'm like, dude, I'm missing the biggest game of 2016. Can't hit me. You know what? Go for the double hit. Yes! No! Heal! It's AoE! You scumbag! One time he'll be glitched. One time he'll be glitched. Killing Gwyn would open Laurentius. It would if Gwyn had the depths key, which is possible. It is possible. These episodes of Check the Wire are getting better and better. Thank you. It's a very nice thing to say. If you have not read, or if you have not reviewed the show on your audio platform of choice, please do so. Helps out a lot. Apparently we were number 1 of 1 of Canadian video game podcasts today, which is great because we are not a video game podcast, nor is it really Canadian. I would describe it as American, aka default. Okay. That's beams. We're going double hits on beams from now on. The faster we can spawn Priscilla and put some more chaos into the environment, the better off we're gonna be. Oh my word. Got the Bart Simpson haircut over there. Beam me. Beam me, Jay. Okay. That's probably bad. An attempt was made, at least. If he had done beams instead of AoE, we would have been fine. Yes, hello, Sinvicta. What is the original name of this boss? This is Seath the Scaleless. You fight him in the Crystal Caves. You know what? Someone said, how are you keeping your cool? It's very simple. I know after this, here's my post-stream routine. This ends, I go drink a glass of water, and then I go up to my wife's office and I go, what do you want to do for dinner? And then we puzzle it out, and then from that point on, the night's all gravy, baby. Just get to think about what I'm going to eat for dinner. Man, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? Oh, baby. We got some stuff to cook. What do we got to cook? I'm trying to think. We got some Greek lemon chicken. I don't know precisely what that will entail. A steak and kale salad. Go, 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 go. There's one more. I forgot what the third one was. The one that looked the best to me, but I can't remember what it was. Sir? Run. Now run. That's an AoE coming. Hello, Ruka. There's beams. Double hit might get Priscilla out here. Alright, now we're getting interesting, boys. Let me out. Let me out, you freaking... I can't see because the crystals of my own head and the camera and the Priscilla sends the vanilla ice cream swirling all over the screen. Anyway, usually get some kind of like fajita meal in that in the meal kits as well, because it's really good. Because like they always go fajitas, time to cook, 30 minutes. Step 1, preheat your oven and then roast the red onions. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit at all. Turn on the stove, put it on medium high heat, a little bit of oil in the pan, cook the onions in the pan. Instead of taking 40 minutes to heat up the oven and then roast them, literally takes like 3 minutes in the pan. You throw the peppers in there, you put the meat in there, you use one dish, it takes a fraction of the time to cook, and you're eating that much faster. It tastes exactly the same. I'm telling you, some of the meal kit recipes, I honestly, and this is a genuine not bit, I think they make them overly complicated to justify the price, when what I actually want is for their price to be justified by providing me with a delicious dinner in as convenient a fashion as possible. Like when it tells me to roast onions or like green peppers, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. That's madness. You're trying to trick me into thinking that just because this took an hour to cook it, you know, it was complicated. Yo, we had to go up on the parapet, dude. Please die. Okay. Someone said run away from beams. Like, okay, I think what they mean, and I'm probably misquoting them to begin with. Beams happens. You hit him. You wait for the crystals to... Ah! What is that one? Something like this. And then you bait beams again. Now we're gonna have to pivot. That's a much better way to fight Seath, I think. That's a much better way to fight Seath. Now, bait out crystals as soon as possible. That's beams. We can get close. Can't help but notice Priscilla was basically untouched. Beams, please. Beams, please. That one kind of pissed me off. Just gonna be honest with you. I guess, you know, we gotta turn on It Follows. We gotta turn on It Follows strategy, which is constantly keep moving. ABM, always be moving. You, unless MWKY, moving would kill you. ABM, U, MWKY. Always be moving unless moving would kill you. Thank you, sir. Donkey Kong strats. Yikes. You know what? I think we're dead. You really got a real narrow window on this one. Move, please, sir! Oh my god. Broken. Oh, my sleepy son, hello. You're right. We should just walk up to Seath, back throw him, and then predict where he's going to be on the fight, or on the jump, and then spike him there. So much cat hair. My sister is moving to Vancouver. Any restaurant suggestions? There's too many. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to get weird about it. If you tell me what neighborhoods she is in most often, I would be able to narrow it down. But this is like, it's a restaurant city. There's a lot of restaurants here. Most of them are pretty good. That one owned by Uwe Boll. Dude, honestly, that's Bauhaus. It's delicious. What's the worst restaurant in BC? In my personal opinion, the worst chain restaurant is Tim Hortons. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, buddy? What's our next step? Run backwards. Should have just run backwards. How much do you enjoy living in Canada? It's tough, you know, because I've never really lived in another place. It's hard to say. I like Canada. I don't want to move. I mean, I lived in Korea, but I didn't live in Korea as an adult. I mean, like, I was an adult, but, like, all of my responsibilities were handled by the school, more or less. I feel like living in Korea as somebody who does not speak Korean, if you had to handle all of your own business, would be, like, pretty crappy. Plus, the city that I lived in is, like, the epicenter of the Korean coronavirus situation now. So I'm sticking with Canada for the time being. If I had to live in another Canadian city, I would much rather... Oh, no. Oh, no. I would much rather stay in BC than move to a city east of British Columbia. So I would definitely move... Victoria would probably be first on the list of Canadian cities I would move to. No, Toronto, like... I get it, you know, like, if it's your city, you love it, right? I don't want to live in Toronto because the housing prices are as insane as Vancouver, but you have a winter. So I'm like, what are you paying for? Like, the weather in southwestern BC is pretty much totally unique within the rest of the country. I would want to stick with that. Let me out! Montreal is cheaper. It is, but you gotta deal with the winters, which is, you know... I would probably rather live in Montreal than live in Vancouver, or, sorry, live in Toronto for that reason. Here we go. How's the coronavirus situation there? Not apocalyptic yet. I think those are beams, but we're in real tight here. Yeah, Washington is having a heck of a time right now. What are you doing? Arms? I am actually... Okay, we have 9 confirmed cases in BC. I am stunned that BC has not been hit harder, considering the amount of international travel that comes through it. Like, that is a stroke of great fortune for me. He keeps tilting, dude. Could I possibly convince you to rotate yourself off the edge somehow? Oh no, he's stable again. Can you do something? Honestly, if you just want to do that attack over and over, that's not that bad. Oh, I thought we were done. Okay, give me one more. I need one more. Yeah, I've been following the Washington stuff because we have family in Washington, and they're like pretty much in the exact center of the outbreak. They haven't been affected, but they're like they're not watching the national news to figure out what's going on. They're watching like the local news. My grandparents are in Wuhan. All right, you know what? You got me beat on that one. I can't compete with that one. Is it a competition? Of course. We're comparing stories on the internet. It's a competition. This is the one, dude. This is the one. That's beams. Get in close. You get in close. Smack him in his little tummy. Jump out of the way of that one. What are you doing? I don't know what this move is. I think it's just regular beams. Hello, Stinky. That's beams. Yo, now that's the infinite combo, dude. That's what we're looking for. I choose to believe that his crystals are not real. Beams, please. Come on, come on. Beams, then let me hit you, then the crystals will hit Priscilla. It's Kismet. It's Kismet! You gotta activate it this time. Okay, okay, do some crystal stuff. Do some crystal stuff, dude. Yeah. Toaster! What? This is the worst crystal I've ever seen, dude. I gotta keep moving.